The light this morning is making me look like I have a head. I have no top of my head. I have a head. I have no top of my head. Okay, we should be recording by now. Welcome to another day of Bhagavad Gita Sadhana as we continue with the idea of finding your path in this world. This can be a tremendous relief. Sometimes we think, what am I meant to do with my life? Or how do I live a good life? And the Gita can provide answers. We're on number 6 of the 18 paths outlined in the Gita, very few of which actually look like what we would consider yoga in the modern world. However, chapter 6 is one of those chapters that we can relate perhaps to our experience of yoga, if we have any, and that is Dhyan Yoga. That's the name of the chapter, the yoga of meditation. Now, there are several distinct words for meditation in Sanskrit. The stage most of us, most of us are stuck in a preliminary stage, pratyahara, which is trying not to let the senses distract us, right? And this happens when we think to ourselves, I must have a quiet space with no interruptions to meditate. So if we feel that way, we're probably still in a stage of pratyahara. If we're able to have a meditative object, but when we try to concentrate on it, like the breath, the mind goes hither, and then we bring it back. And the mind goes thither, and we bring it back. That's more dharana. And dhyan is, one idea is if I put down this book right here, you can't see it, but if I did, there you go. So I put down this book and it stays there. It doesn't move around like the cat. I will put him here. Where is he? There he is. But he will move around. Okay. So this is most of our minds, cat. And this is meditation of dhyan, which is we put our minds someplace and it just stays there. Many of us haven't reached that. But if we do, it's said to give us great peace. And the first verses of chapter 6 really tie in with what we discussed in chapter 5. Krishna, of course, speaks. The one who does what must be done without concern for the results is firmly on the yogic path, not one who shuns activity. Son of Pandu, the yogic path is indeed renunciation. No one can be a true yogi without renouncing selfish thought. The dramatic pause is mine. It's not in the book originally. So Krishna is allaying Arjuna's concerns about giving things up, renouncing. He's connecting this back to the whole idea of you act, because true renunciation, according to Krishna, will culminate in this next stage. And true renunciation is not necessarily giving up money or comfort or certain foods. It's giving up selfish thought. And this is little selfish thought, the ego, the individual me. Okay. When we can give that up, then we reach another state of being. And it is extremely hard because our lower mind is concerned with selfish thoughts, because the lower mind's job is to keep us alive. So anything like that person got a better raise than I did, or I need a better house, or I need more food, that's all the mind. And that's often the kind of things we think of. They come in different disguises, but basically our survival needs and anxieties are what the lower mind ruminates upon. And when we can give that up, our whole outlook changes. And in fact, it is thought that some disease processes can change too, since stress contributes so much to disease conditions. So today, when we meditate, I'm going to invite you to just observe your thoughts. Like, let them come. Let yourself think whatever you want. This is the hard part, You're just watching them like you're watching a movie. It's going to be tempting to judge and to self-censor, but just observe how many of your thoughts are selfish and how many would you consider are selfless. All right. And I'm dedicating today's practice to all humanitarian aid workers. And I'm not picking any sides or any particular battle. It's all who go to their work knowing that they could be killed. Talk about selfless. All right, Mr. Kitty. We're going to practice. Let's see how much Mr. Kitty stays in one place and how much he moves around. Stay right there. All right. Very good. All right. Now it's time to contemplate. We'll see how this goes. You might think his concern is selfless, but I'm pretty sure it's selfish because I am the one who feeds him after all. Welcome back. Oh, the cat ran away. Just like the mind. Oh, the cat comes back. So I wonder if you discovered anything interesting. Remember, if you ever do discover anything you feel is of value, you're welcome to share in the comments or to email or text me. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back again, wrong hand, with more chapter 6 tomorrow. And I hope you will be here as well to see what your mind and the yoga cat happens to do. Until then.